You got on mute.
Hey everybody, it's Angel and Mayhem from Halo Inspirations. We give you inspirations to help you spread beauty and joy through your quilting journey. Hey, listen, we had a video drop today. It was all about that blanket stitch with binding, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
So-
it was.
We did figure out a new camera thing, so it was autofocusing, which caused issues, but we really like this camera. I don't know how y'all feel, but like you can see details in that fabric. I mean, that is crazy. Of course, I have to redo makeup. What makes you laugh and where are you ticklish? Okay. It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was reading it. What makes you laugh and where are you to?
Who is this? Do you know Sarah? Welcome, Sarah. Not sure who you are. Welcome to Halo. It is a funny question to start. Everything makes me laugh.
That's
And if you notice in the video, I talked about peeing my pants. And if you notice, I looked over that way. I don't know which way. And it's because Mayhem was sitting over there and he was trying to contain himself.
I was dying.
So, at any rate, so the video did drop. It's all about the blanket stitch. We got the new camera. We're getting that situated. The other thing I noticed, and I don't know if you're hearing it now, when we have these two mics going, I think I echo. We're going to work on that next.
Cancel.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my Alexa was going crazy. So let me know if you're hearing me echo at all. So we can we're going to work on that one next, and then of course other things too. But we're moving forward. We're getting this done. But this video did drop, and oh yeah, funny story with the makeup. I have to relearn it with this new camera. And I didn't have eyeshadow on, guys, and you could see the eyeshadow. I was so embarrassed. And the gray hairs. I was telling Michael, oh my God, now I really got to get my hair done because the camera's picking up all the gray
I
hair.
got my blondes though, so it looks good.
Oh, okay. So you're happy.
Oh yeah. I look pretty.
So I did ask, we premiered the video this morning, and I did ask if anybody has done a blanket stitch with their binding. I will tell you, I'm going to show you, I told you in the video I'm not an expert. I've done it on my bags, but that's a whole different animal. And so I've never done it with straight binding on a quilt, which it was different. It was a whole new animal, like I say. And one of the things that I noticed, what a little echo. Okay, thank you. And that, I appreciate that feedback because that's something we need to work on. So we'll probably end up moving have one mic.
Or you should stop yelling.
Okay, you're out of the camera. Okay. Hello, Sharina.
That was funny.
Glad to see you.
Oh, that was funny.
And so I noticed, I asked the question if everybody's done it, and they hadn't. And I was honest, this wasn't something I've done either. And so what I wanted to show you is I actually did a little practice run, and I did get better. So it's one of those things, guys, that when you do it more, you get better. Even the gluing for me got better because I prefer to glue to hold things down because it's a lot going on when you have to hold it. Some people are fine. This girl is not. So even if I would suggest that you practice on something smaller or a quilt that, like I did the pepper quilt because it's going to a dog, right? So I didn't really much care. But I wanted to show you, I did get better. Now this was odd because what? I'm all over the place.
You got issues today.
I got issues today. I've had them all day today. He's been trying to deal with it. Okay, so this is a brown binding. I'm going to pull it underneath this camera up here, but it's a brown binding, so I used a brown thread, and it's, as you can see, a cream background. Yeah, so when errors show up, they show up, but it's not too bad. There's one spot I really wanted to show you guys. I haven't buried threads on this one yet either. Gotta find it. Look, oh, is that it? No, maybe it's on the front. So, oh, found it. Got it. We're going to switch cameras here because I want to show you. It does take practice. This did not happen to me on my second run. But if you look, that's my binding. That's my blanket stitch stitching. So, yeah, that's a metric error. And it shows pretty thick, right? But it was a good practice run. It's a good way of figuring out where your needle has to land specifically. And I did say next to the initial thread stitch that you use when you put the binding on. I don't even know which. I had to have put it on the back first. I did. And then I folded it over. I'm going to do the stitch in the ditch the next time because that really did work really well. But I have found, based on all the stitching I did, it was good if I stayed right next to the initial stitch line where you put the binding on. It worked much better. It's when I got silly and got cray-cray and cattywampus because, I was practicing. So I would encourage you to practice. It does get better. Mine did get a lot better. I could see it. And the bigger the quilt, the more practice you get, right? So saying that practice, I also got better at gluing. So if you do prefer to glue, it actually helped a lot. You just got to really take it slow and don't burn your fabric. I did that. I haven't done that in years. The other thing I wanted to mention was so I told y'all and I showed y'all a picture that, oh, here, I can switch this back. I look tiny. Okay. For the stitch length, I use 2, which is actually what I stitch my piecing with. I use a 2.0 millimeter for the stitch length, but I only picked a 2 for the width. You can go bigger, and then the bites will be longer. What?
That looks cool.
Yeah. He said, I bet you that looks cool. It does look nice. Yeah, it's nice and big, and it'll take more. But whatever you do, guys, make the decision before you start the quilt, before you start the binding, what stitch width and stitch length you want to be. So do a little practice swatching, take some, scrap pieces and then run some blanket stitches through it to see what you like. Don't, whatever you do, change the stitches while you're in the project and sewing. Because what happens, the place where it comes down changes to compensate for the width, and you could be like in Nova Scotia on your quilt. So ask me how I know. I didn't do it on these practice for blanket stitch binding, but I've done it when I've done applique, and that's how I know it creates a hot mess.
Oh, I had an idea too.
You have an idea?
I had one. It's gone now because it says it moves the initial point. I don't want it to move the initial point.
Right.
Because you could have made like raising the bar and then back
Oh,
out.
yeah, you can do that. And Michael's saying to change the stitch width as you go, and you can. You just have to be really proficient with the blanket stitch to understand the dynamic of where it's going to move. But you can do that. Yes. And even in applique, when you get to tiny points, you want to change the stitch length. So that's where a lot of the practice comes in. But you'll know your machine and how it adjusts. But yeah, that would be fantabulous. Make it go shorter, then longer, then longer.
Yeah, until it hits like the middle point. The middle. Like, that's hard to do, but like the dead center, and then you start going back down the other side. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would be really cool.
It would take 700 years, but yeah, it'd be cool.
No, not once you get the hang of it. But yeah, you'd have to change the stitch with every
single.
Yep.
Because you want it to go down. Yeah. It'd take a while.
But that would be really pretty.
It'd be cool.
That would be pretty. There you go. More inspiration. Very cool, Michael. That's brilliant. Yeah. We'll have to see how you do with a blanket stitch. So, of course, we're here, and if anybody has any questions, that's what we're here for, so don't hesitate to ask. what your question is. Even if you're watching the hashtag replay, that's what we're here for. And if you've done blanket stitch for your binding, I want to know. And if you have any extra tips and tricks to share with the world, because we all like the tips and tricks, right? So this moves us, I'm going to go ahead and talk about a few new products. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and drop them, or any comments, suggestions, all the above. We're watching the chat, so don't hesitate. But we're going to talk about a few new products that have come in. And this first one, I'm going to switch cameras so you can see it. The first one is Royal Knights, guys. Now, there it looks a little different, but this is the actual 10-inch square pack that I used for the Royal Barn Raising, the log cabin. If you can remember, I don't have it behind me. I thought about it, but Michael's quilt is up here for a reason, because we gotta we gotta talk about borders. So I don't have it up here, but if you've seen the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the exact line. But I did notice they made some changes, because I don't remember the black being sparkled through this turquoise. But it is the same line, and I want to say Sherry with an S. Yeah, there you go, Sharina. Start Michael's idea on a mug rug. That way we can practice. Brilliant. Brilliant. What's a mug rug? Well, let me get through this, and I'll tell you what a mug rug is. But these are very vibrant colors and prints. It is from Wilmington Prints, and it's underneath their Essentials line. I can't remember the exact line, but it's underneath that. This is on the website. So for those of you who wished you could have had it before, it's back. It's just a tiny bit. Now, see, I remember this kind of grungy look. I do remember that. And I remember this with, I don't know what to call that. Like paint.
Sparkles.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
But-
it's paint splatter.
Yeah, paint splatter. There you go. Yeah. I love this purple with the swirls on it. So all of the prints they're the same, but
different.
yeah, but
Same,
different.
but different?
Yeah, they're same but different.
Yeah.
And it made such a look at that one.
More paint splashes.
Yeah. It made such a beautiful log cabin. It really looked modern. I did it with black and white. So white was my background, and I had a black border and a black binding. So beautiful, beautiful, very traditional block, but it made it look very modern. So, and I want to say Sherry with an S actually did this, and she used this fabric for a, what do you call that? Stained glass. She did it to make it look like stained glass quilt. Yeah. But these colors, you and yawning, and am I boring?
Yeah. You're going to call yourself out.
Okay, a mug rug, Michael. A mug rug is basically a small quilt.
Okay.
Very small, like maybe 9 inches by 7 inches.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you can put your mug on there and some treats.
Oh, yo, that's kind of fire.
But it's a smaller project.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Ma.
Hey, Mom. Glad to see you. Pretty fabric. It is very pretty. All right. We are transitioning from Kona. Oh, I don't like the color of that. Maybe I take my hand out of there. I do have some Kona. I have a rainbow of Kona inside the quilt shop. But we are transitioning to Riley Blake's Confetti Cotton. That's their solid line. So I'm looking at your video to see what the color looks like. Yeah, see how I made it a little darker? Okay. So because we're transitioning, I'm starting with the rainbow effect. This is Barn Red. And this is Lori Holt's favorite red. So I had to buy Barn Red. And by the way, did you know that Lori Holt lives in Utah?
She lives in Utah.
Oh, yeah. Did you know this?
That's crazy.
Okay, so...
I have the light blue with the black in it. I have had it for quite some time.
Oh, very cool. Who said that?
Sharina.
Sharina? Very cool. Yeah, that's pretty fabric. I ain't gonna lie to you. So Barn Red is the first one. We also got an orange. I think it's Riley orange. And then...
I'm just going to hand stitch it.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
sorry.
look how red and beautiful that looks.
Mm-hmm.
I love red too. Okay. So I wanted to let y'all know that was coming, and we'll get more of these fabrics in from Confetti Cottons. I love Riley Blake. I love their fabric lines, but I also love the company. I mean, I really love the company.
Which one?
Riley Blake. Mm-hmm. They are amazing to work with. I wish everybody would have their same customer service and business treatment to all of their customers. They're amazing guys. They are really, and I'm not paid to say that. This is coming from me, okay? Amazing company. All right. So the second thing that we're doing is, I don't like that. I'm going to turn it up. Here we go. I'm going to mess with the camera. It's a little better. So this is cross stitch, and it's an entire line of background from Lori Holt and Riley Blake. And I did it with Riley Green, and these little X's are what they call cloud. So I haven't seen cloud on its own to know how bright of a white it is, but it makes me feel like, looking at it with the green, that it's a little off-white-ish. Very pretty, bottom line. The other one that is on back order, I also have, it's the cloud white with Riley green X's. So it started with the greens. I do have a couple others, but believe it or not, they're not actually part of this line, but I do have a cross stitch gray and a cross stitch brown, meaning it's on a white fabric and the X's are brown and gray. They look the same to me, so it surprised me when they're not actually part of the same collection, but they're not. And so we'll be getting a lot of these colors in, and when I order them, I'll always order the reverse. So I'll have the solid color with the white X's, and then a white solid with the color X's. I'll always make sure that I order both at the same time. So you're going to see more of this in my whole thing about this. This is bead backgrounds cross stitch. And my whole thing is I want every color. Now, I did have somebody ask me if we were going to get other bead backgrounds. Absolutely, in due time. So Lori Holt has really created some awesome background fabrics. So in due time, absolutely, we will be carrying more. Now, if there's something you're looking for specifically, you can always give me a shout out, and I'll make sure that it's in our next order so that if it's in stock, it'll come. So that's the next one. All right. The last thing I wanted to talk to y'all about, which I'm super stoked. Let me go ahead and move back the webcam camera. And Michael, you know how excited I am about this. I am super stoked. I am so excited I can't even tell you. Okay, the last thing I wanted to talk about is something called Thread Labs. And if you haven't heard of it, this is exciting. So Aurifil has a educational program, and I'm not sure how many of y'all are aware of it. So this is good information for you and your local quilt shops or your guilds or anybody you have a large group with. It's called, I say it wrong. Aurifil's, they're philosophers. But there's a name for it, like Aurifil, Floss. I don't know. You merge the words together. I can't do it. But Aurifil philosophers are basically, they're trained individuals through Aurifil, and they know a metric ton about thread. And you can actually have them come out to your group. There's a fee, of course, however they do their contracts, because each Aurifil philosopher does have their own contract to come out, but they can do Zoom meetings or anything like that, but they will have an entire educational session with you that will teach you everything and anything about thread. So that is the Aurifil philosopher thing. But this year, Aurifil decided to even take a step further. There's a lot of people that want to know so much about thread, because Aurifil has like 7 or 8 different weights. I'd have to sit and count them, but there are a lot. They have different weights. So people always want to know, what do you do with these weights, right? So they put together a little, it's a subscription box. Okay. It comes out once a month. And I brought this up because I just want to talk about this for just a second. It will run from July until December. So it's 6 months long. Okay. And every month, it's $100 a box. But man, the stuff you get is unreal. The first box, for instance, you get their storage box to hold the large spools. Okay. Which had gone out, but now they've brought them back because so many people were...
Something in my eyes driving me insane. Sorry.
Like you're yawning again.
I can't help it.
Anyway,
I'm tired.
A lot of people were like, where are the storage boxes at? And so they brought them back. So you get your own storage box. I forget how many are in there that'll hold it, but you get a good size one to hold the large spools, which are the 1,422 yards of thread that comes on it. So you get that. You also get, I wish I could remember how many threads. I want to say you get 7 spools of thread of all different weights, okay, in that first box. You also get, you know how I always talk about the thread cards and using that to help guide you. We've talked about this before, but it has the actual thread on cards and it gives you the color name and you can hold it up to different quilts and projects to match. You're dying. Drink some more Monster.
I'm sorry that
He's bored. He's bored.
It's not bored.
So, the swatch card, they redid it. They made a new one. So that's why things were hit and miss on trying to get the other one that I wanted to sell, because they have a brand new one coming out and you get that in the first box.
I need the first box.
We're getting the first box. Okay. We're getting all the boxes.
Okay, well, I just care about
You
the first
also will get, it's a fundamentals thing. And what's really cool with the first one, with every one of them, you're going to get different gifts. And you'll get the thread that they're going to talk about, or you'll get all kinds of stuff inside each box. But the idea is education, right? You want to know what to do with the different weights. So the first box, though, you will get to, they're doing a pre-recorded just for the people who have subscribed for the owners of Aurifil. So you'll get to meet the family. Mm-hmm. And then they're also doing behind the scenes kind of look on how the thread is produced. I'm looking forward to that one. I want to go to Italy so bad. It's not even funny. I want to go to Aurifil so bad. So I'm really stoked about that. But then Karen Miller is their master educator for Aurifil. So she will be definitely doing something. And then every month afterwards, they'll have like the second month. So in August, they're going to feature the 50 weight thread, for instance. They're going to do foundation paper piecing. So you'll get digital content for that. You'll get a free pattern for that. And they're small projects. Okay, guys. So that way you get to play with it. But all of it's for free. Plus, I think in months 2 through 6, you are also entered into possibly winning. Everybody's entered into winning prizes. And then they're also going to have special coupons and giveaways with different companies. I don't know what they are, but they'll be in the box. Okay.
Nemo says they should give you a sample box to promote it.
Oh, well, they didn't.
That'd be nice.
They're actually still getting all the kinks worked out and making sure that everybody who orders them is on board and ready to go. So I won't get the first shipment until July, when everybody else will get, and I'll have the shipments in. We will, if you are not in the local area of Williamsburg, we'll ship them to you. So you can do this because everything is online except for the physical products. So we will ship them out as soon as they come in-house. If you are living in the local area and wish to participate in this, I'm so excited. mystery. It's not really. It's an education box. Thread Labs is the name of this program. I don't know if I said that. So
I think you said it like 10 times.
Oh, did I say it 10 times? I said Thread Labs like 10 times.
You said everything at least 10 times.
If you would, in your local and you want to participate, on our website, you go ahead and purchase under the local button. And as long as our shop is ready to go, because yes, our brick and mortar is in the works. We're just marking the check marks with the county. If everything's going, I'm going to host where we can do it together. And we can have a little fun with that if you're interested. So, I'm telling you.
Good.
So 50 weight was the second month. Third month is 40 weight.
40 and 28.
Third month is 40. Oh, and 28. You're right, Michael. What's the fourth month?
80 and 12.
80 and 12. And then...
43 and mono.
Oh, they're going to go there. 43
and
in mono is on month 5. And the last one is cotton floss.
Yep.
And they're going to do some education with cross stitch and embroidery with their cotton floss. So that'll be fun. Yeah. I'm telling you, lots of education, lots of free things to go. Well, they're not free. You pay for them.
I was going to say, like, you keep saying free.
Well, I know. That's
included with the price.
Yeah. Just because I'm so stoked about this. I can't
You're
even
like, it's free!
Well, the coupons are free. The only thing the box actually covers is the product you're getting. But it doesn't include the digital. The price doesn't. And that's your patterns. And then the actual, they're going to pull, they have different educators from all these different genres of sewing that they're going to pull in to do the digital education. So it's not just Karen Miller the whole time. They pulled in gurus. So
Meanwhile, how many boxes are there?
6. July through December.
Oh, I think if that's the question, I thought the question was like how many boxes are they selling? They just keep going until people keep buying them, or?
Oh no, that's up to me how many I want to buy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I only did a limited number so far, sort of. I can always add 2, but I started with 10. So I have less than 10 slots now open because we've had purchases. So if we sell more than 10, I can up it. That's a good thing. Yeah. So if you're interested, the link is on our What's New tab on haloinspired.com. And there's a local button and a non-local button. And the reason is for those that are local, they can choose to pick it up. You just have to leave me a note that you're going to pick it up at the shop, or we'll home deliver it. And so it'll change a little bit for them. But other than that, and we're keeping it separate so we know whose boxes are which because of the SKU number. It tells us this many is local, this many is not. So if you're interested in it, yeah. And a cross stitch one, we're getting a cross stitch pattern. I'm telling you, I'm so stoked.
Couldn't tell.
I mean, this was the most exciting news I've heard in a while for me. I was just like, oh my gosh. And I got to tell you, Sherry will understand this. The other thing, y'all, in the fall, I think it's September, there's a new pattern coming out from Lori Holt, not cross stitch, it's quilting. But it is so cute. And don't you think we're going to sell it? Mm-hmm. But it's just the pattern. It's not a kit, unfortunately. But we can have fun with it together. So that's the other thing. There's these little bites that I get excited about. And Thread Labs, guys, telling you, this is exciting. To use all those different weights, giving you small projects with education to go behind it. Yeah, sign me up, right? 80 weights, 28 weight, 12 weight, 50 weight. Oh, the 43, in case you're wondering, it's basically a 40 weight with 3 ply. So Orifil makes their thread with 2 ply. The 43 is what it's called. They do have a 40 weight with 2 ply, but their 43 is 3 ply. So it's a little bit thicker. I'm telling you, we get to play with that too. I'm like, what? This is like brilliant. I can't imagine. I can't be by myself. I cannot be by myself on how exciting this is. So.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Not anywhere near as hyped as you are, but you know.
I know.
Sherry says I am psyched about the Lori Holt pattern.
Yeah. Y'all wait. September. It's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. This is a quilter's world. This is what we do. We get excited about stuff.
Huh? I do too.
So at any rate, that's the spiel on the new items. So we're getting new fabric, and there's more coming, guys, because we have a whole quilt shop that we have to open with fabric, right? So we've got lots of new products coming, and there is more than I talk about. I just pick and choose for the live, because y'all know I could be here for like
16 hours.
16 hours and just talk about product. I could.
Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
We could go through it all.
Shrina says if you ever come to Garden of Quilts, I will save my money and go that year.
Garden of Quilts, that's in Utah, if I remember correctly, isn't it? Because I always get that one confused with the one in Oregon.
No, we're not going there.
But I want to go to that quilt show.
You can go by yourself.
Tula Pink is gone. Ooh, yeah.
But I don't want to go back to Oregon.
and Rob Appel. Oh my God, you'd really like him. He's funny. You think I'm high up here? Oh no, not even close. That man is crazy. Yeah, but him and Tula Pink together were a hoot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and they have contests. We get to cheer them on and watch the craziness. Yeah,
But
that would be a fun one. The sisters.
But Oregon.
Sisters something. Yeah, that's in Oregon.
But Oregon.
Yeah. Sorry. Not his favorite state.
Yes, it's in Utah. She'll probably release it at Garden of Quilts.
You talking about Lori Holt will release the new pattern? I don't know. She might. I don't know if she's going. Because she's in Utah, so, you know.
I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be interesting. She'll probably release it before. To be honest, it'll probably be on YouTube. Because she wants to show what's coming. You know? Man, it's cute, guys. I'm telling you, it's really cute. I will give you a hint. It's Halloween themed. So, but it's so cute. So at any rate, what's so funny?
You see the top notification?
Oh, so just so y'all know, for those of you who have been around for a while, my husband's Facebook account got hacked. So he's no longer in Halo anymore either. So he's asking to join and going through all the steps. That was a mess. Facebook chimed him out, told him he was disabled because of whatever the person did that hacked him, did some really bad stuff. Like, he wasn't put in jail. He was like shut down, can't get it back. It was a mess. So he's
sitting here and all of a sudden I was like, wait.
He gets hacked on everything. Bless his heart. So we get to watch him to know what not to do or what to do when it happens. Because a lot of people get hacked. But sometimes they just put you in jail, you know? And so it's just 30 days, 6 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 days.
Yeah, but that's completely separate than being just hacked. If you're just hacked, it's one thing. But if you're hacked and then you do stupid stuff,
yeah,
then that's when the problem arises.
Gotcha. Wow. So Michael was laughing because he just asked to join Creative Kingdom.
I was just sitting here. I was like, wait a second.
But at any rate, so that's what we got for today. Again, if you're watching the hashtag replay, do not hesitate to ask any questions about the blanket stitch. Once you go ahead and try it for yourself, if you run into something, because I have a feeling there might be something that could be touched on.
What are you talking about?
When somebody starts doing it. I can see questions going on in my head.
Okay.
So don't hesitate to reach out. That's what I'm here for.
I don't know nothing.
They have classes. Lori Holt and Riley Blake are a big part of it. Cool.
I'm talking about the pattern.
You're talking about the pattern. Yeah. Very cool. That is so awesome. Y'all have to come one day because Riley Blake's out of Utah too. I will definitely have to go to Utah. I mean, that has to be on the bucket list because I love me some Lori Holt and Riley Blake.
Tula Pink.
That's free spirit.
I understand this. I'm just saying. Tula Pink.
Yeah. I know. That's your guru.
Yep.
She's good. I love me some Tula Pink too.
I like Angela too.
Oh yeah, I know you do. Angela is wonderful. So at any rate, that's what we got. I will tell you for the next video drop, it is scheduled for the. I gotta look at the calendar.
He was like about
Last time I did the math wrong. I was
31st.
afraid to say this. Yeah, it is the 31st of May, and it's not a cherub chit chat because that's the first
Wednesday
of the month
that we do lives.
Yeah. So it's always the first Wednesday, regardless.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So the next one, that's our plan. I will tell you as we're doing more stuff. I don't know what's going to happen in June. I know I'll do the cherub chit chat for sure. But we have to.
We gotta like.
We got a blank slate for a brick and mortar quilt shop.
Nothing.
Yeah. But walls and floors.
There's walls, floors, and ceiling. Some windows.
And some windows.
And a door, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a door.
There is a door.
Lots of doors.
There's a lot of doors.
So I will have to wait and see. I'm not going to make any promises at this time. But just know we will be sharing our adventure as we go with it. So y'all can see the transformation. What's the matter?
I had an idea. Keep going.
Oh, good. Right. Look, I love his creative mind, guys. Love it.
Lives was about lives, but it's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, yeah. We got a studio in the new shop.
I have an idea.
You got an idea?
I have an idea.
Okay, cool.
We'll talk after.
So, next video drop should be on the 20th. Nope, I did it again. The 31st of May, and then we'll do a live Q&A with it. So, this one's a little different. It's a project. It is a project. It's not like this was a technique. It's a technique and a project. We'll go there. Yeah. I'm super stoked.
I smile and I edit.
Yeah. So at any rate,
I
that's
learned how to blanket stitch though. I could do it. Wouldn't be pretty, but I could do it.
You could do it, Michael.
Yeah.
Michael's going to stitch in the ditch for his binding for his quilt. Not this one, the one he did at Angela Walters. He's going to do a stitch in the ditch for the binding. So, yeah.
I have ideas. Not for this one.
Not for this one, for future.
Future, yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait. You got to share.
No, I will.
I could do it.
You're not taking my ideas.
I'm not. Well, I mean, I could do it, and then we could see if it works.
No.
That's my job. I get to play with everything, and if it doesn't look right or if it fails, and everybody knows not to do it. I don't have a problem playing.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I will see you all on the 31st of May. And I will definitely see you all inside Creative Kingdom, which we will be hosting our semi-annual quilt bingo on the, 27th of May. So those do have free prizes. This is Founders Month. And if you haven't noticed, we have a new item that goes on our daily deal for Founders Month. Every day it changes. I don't know why I do that. It's in quotes. I don't know. It feels fun. I don't know.
Like, it's like not actually a daily deal. like what?
I don't know.
Daily? Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know. It just seemed right. I don't know. Maybe I just like doing that. Just saying. Okay. Thanks for calling your mom out.
Yeah. Okay. I just was so confused.
Yeah. So we have a daily deal every day that comes out, and you can use discount codes with those sales. So if you have a discount code that's been lurking around and it hasn't been used and it's not expired, and you see
and
something.
Gift cards.
And thank you. We do have people with gift cards out there.
Use your gift cards.
Use your gift. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very well said. Yes. And our gift, we do have gift cards online too. Mm. You know, I learned something. People like to budget. This is brilliant to me. So let's say you have $50 to spend on quilting stuff a month. People will buy a gift card and that's their budget. Mm. Brilliant.
My friend does that with the reusable Visa cards that you fill up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he does. He'll get, if he has, a spending for the month, for personal stuff, he goes and buy... Well, he doesn't buy one. He has one. He'll just recharge it, and that's it for the month.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
I think it's smart.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Especially since we all go crazy with quilting, and you know how expensive it is.
Yeah.
So you got to put a budget on it.
That makes sense.
So, Founders Day is going on. Discount codes do work with those daily sales. Remember, usually our discount codes are one-time use, so you want to make sure you really want it. Gift cards with it. Yeah. Yeah. And gift cards are money. So you can use a gift card and a discount code because they're money. Yeah. Some people get confused by that, but they're like money.
It's just money.
It's just money in
plastic form. Or digital code form.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, see you on the 31st. We will see. Oh, the quilt bingo. Free prizes are available. It is a free thing to play. It's free to come into Creative Kingdom. You just have to answer the 3 questions to get your keys to the kingdom. And on our website, there's a blog. It explains the details of it. It also has a button for you to click to join Creative Kingdom to answer the 3 questions. But yeah, we're going to play some quilt bingo on the 27th of May. Cards, for those of you who are already members and are excited about it, cards are due on Friday night, the 26th of May at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Quilt bingo will happen at 3 p.m. on the Saturday, the 27th, Eastern Time. Because why?
Because that's where we live.
Because we're in Virginia. I always say that. I didn't say that in the last video. Because we're in Virginia. Okay. So, look forward to Quilt Bingo. Look forward to seeing y'all. And look forward to our next video drop. I'm kind of excited about it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So, you got anything else to say?
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Yeah. And until next time, guys, may you continue to be inspired, productive, ever so joyful, never stop believing, and never stop making your dreams in quilting come true. We love y'all. Happy quilting. Whoop, whoop. Happy hump day. Mike. What day is it? Hump day. Happy Wednesday. See you all soon.